That's how you start a podcast. AOA.
Is it? By
What up,
starting it?
AOA? That's how we did it. Started, and that's how we started.
Technically correct.
Ghislaine Maxwell back in the news. I'm angry now about since she's gone to jail. Every story regarding Ghislaine Maxwell just angers me.
Yeah, I could see where you're coming from.
We got the more on Donald Trump. Interesting how the press is treating him. We've got a Trump wedding update. Lots to talk about there with the post-election red wave issue that is ongoing. We'll get into that. We've confirmed Pete Davidson's size. Frankie C. Very exciting.
Ooh.
Jsabs has a story for us. I have a proposition for society. We got the VR death headset.
Yeah,
and
what the hell, man?
We lost a couple of people in entertainment today. And what celebrity went through a delayed puberty at the age of 27?
What?
Big name, recognizable person.
Delayed puberty.
Didn't go through puberty until 27. All that and more on this special episode. On a special Perfect Strangers.
La la la.
Remember those special episodes?
No.
Ghislaine Maxwell in prison is flourishing, Frankie C.
What do you mean?
Flourishing.
Oh, she's flourishing and she's doing well in prison?
She's doing better in prison than she was doing on a private island with no law enforcement overseeing the debaucherous things that they were doing to young kids. Okay.
What's going on now with her?
Okay, last time we talked about her, we knew she was running in prison. She was seen, she was photographed, smiling and laughing it up on the track, running around outside, having a great time. Now people tell us, and now here's what's happening now, because there's inmates that are getting out and they're talking about their experiences with her. Inmates that are there with visiting rights are telling other people. So lots of stories are coming out. The Daily Mail has a story that the cellmates, she's in Unit B.
Yeah, okay.
Just for record keeping. They have nominated her to represent them in an annual checkers tournament, which yields delicious prizes, according to the Daily Mail.
What?
Yes. An insider said, quote, "You want the best players, and she has a reputation for being smart. The winning unit gets a really good meal, chicken wings, pizza, that sort of thing. It's much better than the usual food."
I mean,
here's the thing. I read this and I go,
she's queen, prom queen over there.
Yeah. I read this and I go, what piece of shit puts her up on a pedestal? And then I realized, oh, they're all convicted criminals.
Convicted felons.
Yeah. I forgot where we were at for a second there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they went through her resume when they picked, they put her up, but
I don't think so.
They should probably know who she is. I would have thought she would have a tough time in prison, knowing what we know about her.
Right. Again, with our experience with Oz and several other prison television shows, Con Air movies, etc. Usually the pedders don't do well.
Right.
Like everybody can, did you burn somebody alive? Well, that's okay. They might have deserved it. But the pedophiles, they never really seem to get a pass.
No.
I don't know why she is doing so well.
Maybe she's in there with a bunch of other like-minded individuals.
She's in there. I'll tell you who she's in there with because she's making friends too. By the way, the source also said nobody cares what you're in there for as long as you win the checkers tournament. So people are just there, want that pizza. They want them chicken wings.
And they don't care what you did, who you are. Just win those wings.
Just win those wings. It's a wing-winning scenario. She works 6 hours a day at the prison library, which, again, disappointing because if I'm the warden, the most famous pedophile ever, good news. You get to clean the toilets with a toothbrush. Congratulations.
That's your job.
Enjoy your stay. That's what I'm doing. Right. I don't know what the fuck this person, I don't know who the warden is down there. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Working at the library sounds like a pretty cushy job.
That's the cush job. I think the only better job is like the kitchen and maybe the mailroom because you get to sneak in all the weird shit.
Not maybe mailroom, but not kitchen. I'm sure kitchen is hot and messy, and you probably stink afterwards. I mean, unless you
True.
enjoy cooking bad food, I don't know what the food is like there, but
Yeah, but think about this. You get to you get,
you
give me
get
4 extra
first crack at
cigarettes
it.
for an extra scoop of ice
Maybe.
cream. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
you get a
Yeah,
good trade system going.
right. Library. Well, it's one of their few forms of entertainment, so she's in charge of that. But yeah, I don't see why she should get any kind of good treatment.
Listen to how disturbing this is. She works in the library. Sources say she gives inmates tips on the best romance novels and history books. Imagine getting a romance novel tip
No, I'd be like, thank you, I'm good.
from the most famously convicted
Yeah,
sex
Author
trafficker.
right. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Stephen King. Thank you.
That's not even the worst of it. She gets daily outdoors time. She gets crochet lessons. She gets to play board games with her friends. And she walks the grounds with several of her pals. She has befriended high-profile prisoners such as Narcy Novak, a Florida woman serving life for orchestrating the murders of her millionaire husband and his mom.
Jeez.
She's reportedly also gotten close to Linda Morrow, who helped her plastic surgeon husband scam insurers out of millions of dollars. So again, the cream of the crop here, befriending the biggest pedophile.
Yeah, I mean, she seems to be like would you say flourishing?
Flourishing. So an inmate who got out said that the first couple of months that she was down there, she cried and often complained about how she had, was being treated unfairly and conditions were inhumane. Now they're saying she made plenty of friends. She's enjoying her hobbies. She's eating more. She's bubbly. You see her smiling around the hallways. She's visibly more comfortable, according to an inmate who got out.
Wow.
Living the fucking life.
I mean,
See,
it is.
We need to do
prison,
Frank.
but yeah, she's having too good a time in prison.
We need to do is we need to get the Brooklyn prison people, send them down to Tallahassee and explain to them how prison works.
You would think down south prisons would be like, no, you don't want to go. It's hot. Everybody's probably pissed. I don't know. But it seems to be she's living it up.
In Tallahassee. So it's like gorgeous there. It's like you're right on that's a good part of Florida to be on. You get that breeze coming off the water and the panhandle and all that shit. Living it up.
I don't understand.
What a scumbag. Listen, most importantly, and hello to everybody, and thank you for joining us in the live chat. If you're here, good to see all our friends, Robin and Brian, Raven, Paul, Miss Justice, of course. Who else we got here? Liz, TD, Jackie, Rennie. Hello, everybody.
It is glutes.
Oh yeah, Shug glutes. Shug glutes made me laugh really hard last episode. I forget what the line was, but anyway.
You go Hummer. Okay.
Jackie. No, you go Hummer. I don't know her, and I'm married.
Listen, I'm not gonna do it. She's an awful person, and she's in jail for a reason.
Happy Veterans Day. That's what I want to say, Frankie C.
Oh, that's nice. Happy Veterans Day to one and all.
Yes.
To all the servicemen and women.
Thank you.
People who have served, yes.
Thanks for the freedoms. I've taken advantage of it plenty. I've lived it up. Every bit of freedom you've given me, speech.
He's abused.
Yes, I've abused most of them. Not the gun one, but no. That's okay. I don't have to do all of them.
Yeah, you'll get to them.
Yeah, there's still time.
Right.
I also don't have a tattoo. I'm gonna get to one of those too one day.
Are you?
Yeah, big time. Really thinking about the tattoo more and more every day. Anyway, the point is this. I want to thank you all for the freedoms. Frank is appreciative of it. Of course, Jsabs is, because she's really lived it up to the max. That one, forget about it.
That's true.
She's making up for what me and Frank are lacking in the,
Yeah, she's covering our end of it.
Yeah, for sure. But most of all, we want to thank Jumpstart Coffee Company, because they're a company that is built on supporting the veterans. 50% of all their profits goes to the Navy SEAL Foundation. They're extraordinary. Frank's got the bag right there, holding it up, showing it off to everybody. If you order one of those right now, you save 15% with the promo code AOA15, link in the description on this episode, and of course also on the homepage of anthonyonair.com. But more importantly, like I said, half of the profit from that bag goes to the Navy SEAL Foundation. If you buy 2 of those bags, that's even more that goes to the Navy SEAL Foundation. So you get the point. If you enjoy the freedom, you could knock off a lot of birds with very few stones. Supporting this show,
Christmas present coming up.
Supporting the Navy SEALs, supporting Jumpstart Coffee Company. Excellent point, Frank. Makes a great Christmas gift, which is coming up very, very soon. Also, Hanukkah. Let me apologize to my Kanye West loving friend here. Makes a great Hanukkah gift as well.
Nice try.
Why don't you acknowledge
Kanye
the
sucks.
Jews, Frank? Why don't you?
You know what? I just don't like you. Is my whole thing.
You're just more a Jews for Jesus kind of a guy. The ones who celebrate Christmas.
You suck.
I got to tell you, my favorite people are Jewish people who celebrate Christmas. I like them the best because they're like, you know what? Fuck it. Your thing's a little bit better, and we're gonna do both. We're going to do the 8 days, and we're going to do the 25th, and we're going to put a tree up next to the menorah, and we're going to have
both holidays. That's a wonderful thing. That's cool.
Oh yeah, and the family, the ones
when you're doing everything, include it all. Yeah,
the best ones are if you get a Jewish person who marries a Christian person, you don't even have to make an excuse. You go, we're doing it. With the kids,
doing it all. That's it.
We're just doing it all.
Best of both worlds.
Yes.
And that's
I like them, but it's the total.
I like them all. See, I don't know why you're excluding.
Don't try and do the thing I'm doing to you back to me.
Damn it.
No, but I like the total Jewish couples, the total Jewish families that are like, there's no reason for us to do this other than we like it. Go fuck yourself. We're going to do both. Those are my favorite people. But anyway, that's just me.
They're all good. Everybody's great. Except the Nazis and the
Trumpy Trumpkins. Let's go through this.
And Trump.
This is well, let's go with what is your wait, hold on. See, as soon as we start talking about Donald Trump, she loves politics.
Oh. There we go. That's the noise I make. That's my feelings exactly when he brings up Trump, but
I'm going to move through Trump topics quickly here because I found something interesting. But before I do that, I want to get Frank's reaction to the midterms because we haven't talked to you since it was all said and done. A lot of people, including Fox News, New York Post, etc., although I'm going to talk about them in a second, saying the narrative is now Trump doesn't have the power he did have. What did you think about that?
I think that's kind of true. I mean, he was hoping for this, the red wave. He was hoping for a lot of Republican candidates to pull through. Didn't happen like that. This was like the biggest upset in terms of how many, because usually in the midterms, the opposite party gains back a lot. Yes. And that didn't happen that much this, if at all, this time around. So he's pissed. And a lot of people who were foreseeing this huge red wave coming, they were like, yeah, this is gonna, but no, it didn't happen, and they're all pissed. So good. I don't care. It's good for them.
We'll get a runoff, of course, with Herschel Walker. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
That blows my mind, by the way.
Well, here's the thing. What's interesting
how many people voted for him?
Here's what's interesting about this now is, does Biden get involved in Warnocker? Is it Warnocker?
I don't know.
And does Trump get involved in Herschel Walker? Because
check one.
You're good, Janine. I could hear you.
We hear you.
Because if Trump backs Walker and then doesn't win, that is really bad.
He already has.
But people are open. Well, it's a runoff. They're going to have a runoff in December.
But he already backed him.
People are wondering, though, should the president of the United States get involved in this or not? Should Trump get involved in it or not with where he stands? Now, a lot of people are saying to him, don't announce you're running next week like he's been teasing he is. And he's supposedly still moving through with it. He's not going to stop.
You think he's going to listen to anybody? He's going to do it whenever?
Well, what I found so delusional was people were who are we waving to, Janine?
Oh, TD freelancer.
Oh, okay. People were saying that people around him were saying, "Oh, you should get DeSantis to run on your ticket," and I'm like, "Are you fucking? Who are these people?" Because that guy he's going to be his biggest obstacle. And the day after, Trump put out like 10 truths just shitting on DeSantis, and DeSantis.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. Look at everybody else he shit on before, and now they're kissing his ass.
But it means he's under Trump's skin. And you know what DeSantis' reaction was?
Oh, this is boring me. Oops, I said that out loud.
Quickly, I'm moving fast, Janine. Nothing. He has not responded, and they're saying that it's getting under his skin even more. Anyway,
well, that's all I'm saying is before he became president, he shit on everybody in his party, and then after he became president, they all jumped on his bandwagon. So
yeah,
that doesn't mean anything.
I found this interesting. The New York Post and Rupert Murdoch have given up on Trump. This is the headline in the Daily Mail. Proud Papa Donald Trump sets aside politics to escort his daughter down the aisle on a practice run before their wedding. Right? Aww. You see the picture of them in the middle?
Right.
Same company, same photograph. And this is the headline in the New York Post. Grumpy Donald Trump spotted at daughter Tiffany's wedding rehearsal.
Right.
They've given up.
Yep.
They've given up on him.
Good.
They are totally in opposition of him.
Good. Everybody should give up on him. He's over. It's done. He's old news. Move on.
I know you hate talking about him. I know Janine hates talking about him, but I find it interesting.
He loves talking about him, Anthony.
No, I don't think he does.
He loves it.
I don't think he does.
I do? Oh, Anthony does.
Oh, me?
No. Frank.
What?
Frank loves to talk about him.
No, I don't.
Frank.
I think Frank's really over it.
No.
I'm done with it. I never liked talking about him. I like, if we could all put him behind us and move on, that would be great. I'm not wild about DeSantis either. He sucks. So if we could all put him behind us, but he's what? No, because he's an asshole.
You better start warming up to him. That's the next president of the United States you're talking about. By the way,
he's an asshole.
How good looking is he, Janine? Because I'm going to say he is not good looking enough for his wife. His wife is some piece of ass.
Well, I don't want to comment on another man because I don't want to get in trouble from the trolls on here. Oops. Did I say that?
When do you get in trouble by commenting?
I think he could get it. I didn't think so until the other day.
Are you talking about DeSantis?
Yeah,
he's a little too round for me. But is he? Have you seen his wife? Look at his wife. I want you to review some photos of his wife while I go to a listener comment. I don't think he is worthy of her. She is gorgeous. Robin, Anthony, you don't know what a runoff is.
Run it off what? They're the ones running it off.
Excellent Seinfeld reference, Robin. Way to go.
No, he is. I don't think he's bad looking at all. You think he's too round?
I think he's a pile of crap with two eyes.
Okay, well, just give us a second to have a conversation, okay?
No, I will not.
No, I don't know what it is about. I saw him in a Navy picture I think he was in the Navy or some branch of the armed forces. I don't know. And he looked like a slender young dude. Now he just looks like he looks like fat dad bod, like just. And
what's wrong with that?
I don't know. I mean,
that's in right now anyway.
It really isn't. That really isn't.
Can we talk about how hot it is, though? I mean, really. Okay, global warming. Hello.
Let's talk about this. I'm glad you brought this up because I would love to tackle this.
Are we about to talk about the weather?
It is disgusting out today. It was disgusting in New York all day long today.
Mm-hmm. Pouring, raining, gross and humid. Yeah.
When I left,
I'm turning the AC on when I go to sleep tonight. My husband doesn't know yet, but I am.
You know, when you get, this is what it felt like to me. Because when I walked out of my house for the first time today and it felt warmer outside than it did in my house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you get too close to somebody by accident and they breathe on you and it's not the smell, but the temperature, it's the heat in the breath and how uncomfortable that is.
It's like walking around in someone's breath all day if you're
That's
outside.
that's exactly what it. Because a breeze comes by and you just automatically think a breeze is cold, but the breeze is actually warmer for
It's
whatever
a hot
reason.
breeze and a gross.
It fucking stinks.
It's
I
like
hate
walking through
this
soup
weather.
out there.
Oh, fucking hate it.
It's gross out there.
I fucking hate it. Anyway,
It should be snowing already. We're in mid-November.
I know.
It's snowing. I wouldn't say that, right?
Mid-November, we should. I mean, there should be at least, predictions or something. There's a chance of snow,
Yeah.
but there's not. We're not even close.
I wish. I don't mind the heat if it was all year round. I could live in Florida. I could, because I like heat. But to me, here in November in New York, it just doesn't. It just feels off. Like
Feels
it shouldn't
wrong.
be like this.
I'm not crazy about heat. I mean, I can't. If it's too hot, I cannot fall asleep at all. I need to be under blankets, and if it's too hot, I'm up, and I will not fall asleep.
Yeah. I tweeted the other day, we were listening. My wife put on Christmas music, and we had the air conditioner on in the car. That's how miserably warm it was.
Yeah, not cool. For other parts of the country and other parts of the world, that might be commonplace, but for New York, it should be cold now.
Yeah, no, sorry, too hot still. I've had the AC on in the car pretty much since May. I have not put the heat on at all. I know you guys think I'm crazy, but
I do not.
Not to change the subject, but Laura L. Frankie C. Is there a Republican that you like?
Good question,
Good
Laura
question.
L.
Very good question.
No.
No. Last Republican I liked was John.
here's his chance to say Janine.
Oh, that would have been nice.
No, in a political person, not a citizen. I'm talking about a person in government, in politics.
I'm not a Republican anyway, so booyah. Go
You're a
ahead.
Republican. If we're talking about politicians, then the last one was John McCain. He was a great guy. I would have, if he was running against, depends. I think he was fine. He had. I would consider voting for him. I wouldn't consider voting for any Republican nowadays. They're all, they're all either Trump supporters or election deniers, and it's like insane. Or January.
That's a very broad statement, though.
I'm talking about the politicians, not
Even that.
not ordinary citizens.
I'm saying
The ones,
even
the
that.
senators, yeah, they're all not all, but I'm sure not. There's one or two, but if there are, they're not very.
I'm sure there's like 50 that are like nice, like Republicans
in the world.
But the way they vote, look, I'm looking at also the way they vote, and
Not all of them are MAGA
not in
people.
the world, not in the world. I'm talking about the politicians, the ones that are elected officials. That's who we're talking about. If it's any of the ones that are elected officials, I can't think of one that is I agree with. I'm like, no, they're all.
Well,
They're all
anyway,
voting for the wrong thing. They're voting against. If you look at all the numbers, the majority of them are voting against things that would help us. That were just because they were put forth by Democrats.
I am interested in, and I think this is the only interesting part about it, how much power he still has left. And I think it's going to play out over the next 3 to 6 months to see where he goes from here. They're talking that he thinks that he can raise $1 billion for his election.
Does he need it?
I don't know.
I think he does.
I don't know. But
He's constantly begging for money. And he's not going to use it for his election. He's going to use it. You know how many lawsuits he has against him? He's going to use it for that. I'm sure they're going to watch him with a microscope and make sure all of his funds are used appropriately. If not, they're going to,
But I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting because we saw a shift towards him, and now we're seeing a shift away from him. And I should even say that I think we're seeing a shift away from him. And I've been thinking about this since January 6th. Like, how does this look to the rest of the Republicans? Where does he sit? This was the first major test, and it kind of feels like he took a step back, even though he's saying he didn't. But we'll see.
Of course, he says whatever the opposite of the reality is.
Well,
That's his MO.
he's on Truth saying like, oh, they're trying to spin a thing against me. There was a lot of wins. The Republicans did have a lot of wins. He's not wrong.
Yeah,
it's just
but
everybody
not as
expected
many as
them
they
to
thought.
win a lot more, and they didn't.
Exactly.
They were
And
projected to win a lot more, and they didn't. All right, we can move on.
Let's move on.
Pete Davidson's dick. Let's move on. Let's move from one dick to the other. Am I right, Frank?
Now, this is a topic
Wow.
I get in front of or behind.
Are you telling the story that you just teased to me and Frank in the thing?
Well,
'Cause
I'm,
are you gonna
I'm
tell?
getting ready for Pete Davidson.
But I'm saying,
no,
are you going to
eventually.
tell that story? Because I teased it in the description
Yes.
without checking. with
Also,
you.
I have a ticket update.
Okay, great. I love it. Okay, Pete Davidson. Confirmed, size confirmed.
We have
By whom?
confirmation.
Do you guys know the size?
No, this is the first I'm hearing about this.
Janine, do you know the size?
9.26 inches.
Is that your guess?
Yes.
Let's go. Let's get some guesses in the live chat. Let's get an exact size. I like Janine's 9.26 inches, you said?
Yes.
It's a good guess.
I'll say even 8.
An even 8.
Yeah.
It's a great guess. That is a great guess. I'm going to give everybody in the chat a moment to throw some guesses in there, and especially those listening. I want everybody to really think about this. Think about the lineup. Kim Kardashian. Fucking Ariana. Wait, was it Ariana Grande? I forget
Yes.
I
her.
think it was.
Who was the old lady right after
Kate
Ariana?
Beckinsale.
Holy shit, that was the one that I
Old
was.
lady. Kate Beckinsale is not an old lady.
I mean, he went from Ariana Grande, like 21, to fucking,
That's true.
All right,
Older woman.
all right, good
All
guess.
right, we got a bunch of guesses here.
8.5, 7.5, 8, 7.21,
That's a very precise guess.
2.5. We said Pete Davidson, not Anthony. 10 from
Hey-o.
Christine. 9.5. Like I care. 10, 9.3, 10.2. 9
is-
inches even.
Is that correct? Is that what it is?
That is it.
Important question. Are we going girth as well, or
No word on girth.
Who has confirmed this?
So this was confirmed from fellow comedian Jay Farrow. He was doing a podcast, and he was talking to Pete Davidson about how much, pipe he fucking lays. And Jay Farrow said, "What do you got? Like a 10-incher down there?" And he was like, "No. It's 9 inches." So this is what Pete Davidson told Jay Farrow, who then repeated it to a podcast.
There
So
you go.
9 inches.
okay?
Which that is, I would be lying if I didn't say I was envious of such, but I feel like that is not as big as most people were expecting. I see a little disappointment on Jsabs' face.
Is that not?
Yeah, he's
that-
about 0.26,
What was your
off.
guess?
Her guess was
9.26.
9.26, which I'm going to give her. We're not going to play Prices Right rules. Janine wins.
Yeah, you were pretty close.
Yeah.
Thank you. Come on down. Have a sample of Pete Davidson's penis.
Yeah, 9 inches. Congratulations with him.
Good for him.
Yeah. I can't go with the angle of I'm angry, because word on the street, Janine, is Frank has got like a fucking 14-incher. That's what everybody keeps telling me.
Yeah, I just turned the TV off from here.
I don't know. You would know better because I'm sure you've seen his penis
No, let me tell
multiple
you something.
times.
I am happy to say that out of like a 30 some odd year friendship, we have never seen each other's penises.
Liar.
I'm
Never
very proud
even-
of that fact.
Never
You
even
never
come
went to the
close.
bathroom with him?
Go to the bathroom with him? What?
We've
What do
stayed
you
in
think?
hotel rooms together, gone into the same bathrooms, not the same stall.
Okay, then you definitely have seen his cock.
Played hockey together
Why would you
for
think that?
years and years and years. I have seen your brother's penis 10x, like 400x actually. The amount of times I've seen Frank's penis.
Okay. I think it's a lie. I think that most men, I'd say 92% of men, look over at the next guy when you go into a bathroom together.
I think you want that to be the case.
No, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, it's
No,
a
that's-
conscious effort.
I'm sorry, but that's
We
gotta
make
be
conscious
true.
efforts to not look.
But it's like, you're peeing and you just glance over. It's very simple.
Who's
It's quick.
peeing next to each other? You try. You're not standing there. 4 feet back from. You try to huddle in, and you're not on display. At these urinals, and
I never
also
looked.
there's urinal courtesy where if there's enough urinals, you have to space it out.
Definitely
You don't want
space.
to be You don't want to be hitting shoulders with each other
No.
if you can avoid it.
I don't know. I'm not saying even as like a sexual thing. That's not what I mean it
No,
as.
that's not what we mean either.
I
We just don't.
think
No interest. To
Oh, you mean out of curiosity? No, I don't need another reason to feel bad about myself.
no, just you just looking, you just happen to
No,
okay.
I will
We're
tell
never
you
in that situation.
the only thing that I do or will happen on occasion is I will do the look up, and I will slowly just get a little peripheral to make sure nobody's peeking in at mine. That's
Why? Have you ever caught anyone peeking in at yours?
No, surprisingly, no.
Frank?
Not even once.
If I don't think so.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I did that at the gay pride parade and still couldn't get anybody to bite. And it was a really sad day.
That's sad for you.
Yeah, I find that extremely hard to believe.
No, it is. I
can
slay
tell
at
ya.
gay pride parades.
Just-
The gays
Oh,
love me.
no.
No.
That
My
you-
brother and I we shared a room with each other for 20 years, and never.
Okay,
That-
hold
that
on. You
I
never
find
seen your
hard
brother's
to-
cock. You never seen your brother's cock.
Yeah,
Nope.
I find that hard to believe.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna confirm this in the chat.
Have you ever seen your brothers, Janine?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's honorable.
Who hasn't? I feel like most of the people in our chat have.
If you remember, you've seen.
And if you're a member, you've seen his member. But no, I'm telling. Why would I lie about that? I would tell you.
Good chance to plug the membership if you want to join. That post is probably still up there somewhere.
Grab your member and join up.
Yeah, and see our favorite member.
I am in shock.
I'm
It's a
surprised about
conscious
the
effort.
brother
I
thing
don't want to
too, though.
see that. I don't want to see it.
I know, but I'm surprised. Your brothers, it was younger. Like even by accident, it kind of happens.
All right,
You would
Paige.
think, but no.
Paige is funny, but okay. I know my brother does. Like, I know that everybody has in our group has seen my brother's penis
Yep.
once, if not
many
100 times. Each person. Okay.
I can't play golf
know.
with the guy without seeing it.
Right.
I just
Right.
he called, hey Frank. I turn around and it's out. I'm like, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
And I gotta go and hit the shot.
I can tell you a story about the biggest dick Frank and I have both seen.
Oh, tell me right now.
Yeah, we were playing hockey one night. You
Go
might have
ahead.
blocked this. You might have blocked this out, big man. I think we
Probably.
were in Jersey. I don't remember. I don't think we ever played with the guy again. But we were
Dick,
in
as in jerk, like he's the biggest jerk, or just
no,
the biggest hog.
This guy was like locker room guy, and everybody was in the locker room getting undressed after playing, and he fucking just took his towel out. Remember, he was flossing.
Oh yeah, he's flossing
his
right in front
taint.
of everybody. We're all just trying to,
That's
There's like-
what I imagine every guy to do.
no. When you're in a locker room,
Janine, it was like this. The thing, it was literally
We
like
were
a
all
fucking
just-
arm.
we didn't know where to look.
There was
Wait,
no
Joe,
It was
Joe,
awkward.
Joe Magnets has a good comment. What an interesting chat. If you're an idiot.
I mean, nailed it right there.
Well, that's why we all find it so interesting.
But
So
no,
it
I
was
mean,
like just
nothing wrong with it. I didn't want it just. And he was an old man. He was like, I don't know, not an old man, but he had to be
Hold
over
up.
60.
oh
Yeah, he was an
Yeah.
old guy.
And he was
And
just
not a
walking
big-
around, and we're
Not
all
a big
kinda
guy
like,
either. He was a small kind of guy. Yeah, it was awkward. It was
it was
terrible.
awkward.
well, I do have to say, everybody grows up in different households, and this was not the case in my household. But I know there are parents who walk around naked. I mean, even to the like older too, like very free in front of their kids. So those kids probably think it's okay to walk around like that too. It's true though.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Robin's coming.
What?
Another Seinfeld reference, but it's a great one. Flipping and flopping.
But I'm sure your parents didn't walk around naked in front of you. Did you ever see your father's penis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like intentionally, but like when I was younger, because when you're young, you just bust in the room and then,
Like, oh, shit.
yeah. But before I had like that knew that was like I should knock first kind of a fucking before you get that instinct, before that instinct develops.
I'm surprised that you guys have never just looked, over at the urinal or have had someone look over at you.
Whether if they looked over at us, I'm not aware of it. Maybe they have. I don't know. But how often do we pee next to each other? That's a rare instance. We never
really trying to avoid it.
Not even you two. I'm just talking about others in general, people you don't know.
Sometimes it's hard to, if it's a corner of your eye, you're like, oh, okay. And then,
you think, I think what Janine is saying is, do you think we're the exception to the rule? You think most guys do this?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, like even your brother, I don't think your brother like looks. I wouldn't. If I had a guess, I would say he would answer that with no, I don't look.
Okay.
So we have a chat right here. Anybody want to admit to looking? It's fine.
It doesn't mean you're gay. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
I really don't. I
gay.
just think it's a curiosity thing. Like, oh, okay.
Nothing wrong
Like
with being
there's so
gay.
many different shapes and sizes and,
No, although, okay, I will say this. This does happen in the men's room. Definitely, mostly at sporting events or concerts. You'll walk into the men's room and you will on occasion get the guy who doesn't understand how close you are to stand to a urinal. Because they will be a little too far back and just like, and you walk into boom, dick right there.
Plus, then you get the one place I went to with the trough. You get that big long trough and there's no dividing walls. You're just standing. It's just a bunch of guys standing in front of a bathtub, basically. It's like, so you're standing there like this, basically. Like, So I'm sure someone snuck a peek, but I was not sneaking peeks.
I look if Jsabs was.
There you go.
Well, thank you, Brian.
Hugo Hummer, just to finish up with the male urinal, if you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it.
Yeah.
Sometimes true. you need to shake, That's what it is.
Good flop too at Biden's house. Everybody looks. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, Biden. I forgot about Biden's hog. I don't know who's got a bigger one now, Pete Davidson or Biden. I would say Pete Davidson. I don't know if Biden's a top at 9.
We don't have an exact.
He's up there, but I don't know if he's top at 9. All right, I want to get to Jsab's story. Do you want to talk briefly about the celebs that we lost today?
Yeah,
don't know any of them, but go ahead.
You don't know Gallagher?
I don't.
The guy who smashes the watermelon?
Don't know him.
The comedian? You never heard of that? Man.
So I used to with radio do a lot of work with a lot of the theaters that are out here in the East End, and they used to always have like big celebrities come, Jay Leno, Jerry Seinfeld, all these huge names. And this one place booked Gallagher, and I go, isn't he the biggest like fucking hack? Like he just smashes watermelons. How stupid that is! Like, in my mind, I pictured
show.
10 people sitting there while he smashes pumpkins. That place used to sell like 450 tickets to fucking Gallagher, and this was like 4 years ago, not like back in the 70s. Like
I saw him in Westbury. That was years. That was like 20 years ago. But he does a long show, and the last like 10 minutes are about the watermelon smashing.
Mm-hmm. Was he funny in between?
He was funny. Yeah, he did a whole. He did it was at least 2. It was about probably a 2-hour set, maybe a little less, and then he did the watermelon thing at the end.
The weird thing about him was, what was the he license the Gallagher? He like licensed his act out to other people. There was like a Gallagher 2 running around for a little while.
Oh, that I don't know.
fucking doing things. What's weird is the IT guy at one of the radio stations I worked at looked exactly like him, so it always was like bizarre to see him because it's like that's the IT guy. It's fucking Gallagher. Anyway, him and the Batman voice guy. You like fucking love the Batman voice guy.
Yeah, that was Kevin Conroy. That was a big loss.
He did a
voiced
ton of
Batman
stuff.
in a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't play the video games, but he was the big, all the animated things. He was the voice of Batman.
Well, I learned today that
Opposite
like
Mark
half
Hamill's Joker.
of our Hamill's Joker. Yeah, I talked over you like an animal. I'm sorry.
You
Half
piece
of
shit.
half of our friends watched the Batman cartoon growing up, which I learned today. I thought I was alone on that, but like your sister-in-law,
I didn't know that, but I
Liz,
watched
like
it.
yeah, all these people watched that show. I did not know that. Speaking of which, confirmation just came over that Frank's brother has never seen Frank's penis, and vice versa.
There you go.
Janine still doesn't look convinced.
I'm disappointed.
I would tell you. Why wouldn't I tell you? I would say it, but never happened.
All right. Coming up, the celebrity that didn't go through puberty until 27. Stick around for that. I was going to do my bit after Janine's, but now I'm afraid I don't want to follow her. This got proposed to me from a listener today, right?
Oh, God.
Can you trade your birthday? Somebody emailed me. They're a little behind. They were listening to the episode when I said I don't love my birthday. And they go like this: you should move your birthday to a major holiday, and then nobody would give a shit. Like
Nobody gives a shit now.
no, fuck off. like Christmas or New Year's Eve, because then everybody will leave you alone. Like they will forget about your birthday, which is true because a friend of ours is 2 days after Christmas, and I've forgotten about his birthday. Unfortunately,
You don't forget. I don't think that's true though. If your friends and your family would know where your birthday is. You're talking about like the messages you would get on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, but not even that. Like I think people would make less of a big deal out of it if it was on those days because they're too preoccupied with doing all the family things and the gifts getting and all that kind of shit.
No,
They'll be like, "Oh, I forgot it was your birthday."
No.
I don't think that's true.
You don't think so?
No,
No.
sorry.
Your family and friends, they'd know.
Yeah.
mean,
And it's like, oh, it's Christmas. Oh, it's Anthony's birthday too.
yeah. There would be it would be a
Sorry.
an offshoot. It would be a combo action.
Do you think I could actually do it? Like, do you think my family would buy into it if I said, "Listen, everybody, I've been thinking about this, and I'm moving my birthday to."
No, not your mother.
You don't think your parents would still call you on your birthday, your actual birthday?
I wonder, because I got to tell you something. I kind of love the idea of being like, you know what? And this is not even just because I hate my birthday, but think about an average person like Janine. Like, for instance, Janine, who loves her birthday, likes to throw 6 birthday parties. You think if she was like, you know what? I kind of want to have I feel like I have like a June birthday. Like a June birthday would probably be better off for me. Weather's starting to get nice. We could do some funner things. I'm going to move my birthday to June.
Here's the thing. If people are not, if they're unaware of your birthday, like, if they don't
everybody's
know your
aware of
actual
everybody's birthday. Let's live in the world that we live in. Can you move a birthday?
Like what I want to?
Not what you want to.
Impossible.
Like if you did want to, do you think everybody would buy into, I'm going to move my birthday, everybody? Friends, family, everybody's got to buy in. Can you move a birthday?
You can identify as a cat these days, so I'm sure you can move your birthday too.
It's a great point. That is a great point.
Thank you.
Well, I think it's a difference if you're moving it to the other end of the year. Like if you're an October person, a birthday, and you're suddenly everybody's like, you're going April. My birthday's now in April. I don't think that's gonna fly. But if you're October 1st and you want to move it to October 5th, I don't think anybody's gonna put up a stink. But I think the further
That's
you
interesting
move
logic. Don't get too crazy with moving it, and maybe you could pull it off.
I think every year you move it a couple of weeks, then you should be fine. But by like 10 years from now, you should be able to do an April birthday.
No, I don't think you could move it more than once. I think you get one move and that's it. I mean, when you think about all the ridiculous things people put you through, like, oh, well, I'm a vegetarian now. And so if you're going to have, you got to have salads if you're going to invite me over.
That's practical. That's not a ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. That's just as ridiculous as moving a birthday. Give me a break.
Idiot.
Wow.
I wonder if people could pull this off. I would think that this would be an interesting socio experiment to see if you can be like, guess what, everybody, my birthday's now,
Well, I think it would work if you're someone like let's see, if you're Sting, because Sting was like, all right, everybody call me Sting now, and they were like, all right,
right. Everybody, nobody's like, hey, Paul, everybody's like, hey, Sting.
Yeah. So, I don't know about the birthday. I think for an ordinary person to move their birthday, I think you'd get a lot of protests from your friends and family. They'd be like, dude, what? And here's the question: are you moving it forward or are you moving it back?
Why does that matter?
Your age. Like, so if it's right now, it's November. So if I all of a sudden, if my birthday's in October, so if I move it to April, does that mean my October 2023 birthday is now April 2023 and now I'm older, or is it I'm moving it forward?
Well, think about this. Think about all the people that just flat out lie about their age. They just shave 2 years off their age.
Yeah, but they don't lie about the day.
How is that any different? No, they're lying about the year. Seems like we
That's
accept
easier to get
year
away with.
lies more easy than day lies.
Because it's easier to get away with. People already know the day. They might not know the year.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Can you move a birthday?
Burn.
The Queen moved her birthday.
Is that true?
I don't know.
I would love for somebody to back that up. Not that I'm calling Christine a liar. I'm just saying leave fact check on this show.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Should glutes, love you, Ann, but that's not happening. I think it's a huge undertaking. I think it's a huge undertaking.
I mean, you could change your name. You can't. Then again, can you change? Well, I guess you can. I was gonna say you can't change your height. All of a sudden, you go, oh, no, I'm 5 feet now.
No, there's
can't-
people who do that.
I mean, you could change. You could have operations and stuff, but you can't just say something that, like, if I don't think people are gonna buy into it.
But is it
there's no reasoning behind it?
But is it any more ridiculous than changing your name? Is changing your birthday any more ridiculous than changing your name?
Yes.
Why?
Because changing your name, obviously, people change their name for a reason. Because
wait, do you remember fucking Tom and Jerry?
I remember Tom and Jerry.
We had this fucking kid sit next to us in high school, like at our lunch table. We got to know him, and he's like, "Hey, my name's Tom." So we called him Tom for like a year and a half.
I remember that, yeah.
Before we discovered that his name was actually Jerry, and we were like, "Where did Tom come from?" He's like, I don't like the name
want
Jerry.
to be called Tom. I
just want to be called Tom.
Hey, and
Makes sense.
I'm all for it. You want to be
Then
called?
from that day on, we called him Tom and Jerry.
That's fine. If you want to be called, I'm fine with that. But I don't know. I feel like if you all of a sudden said, no, my birthday is now April, I would at least need a reason.
You need a reason. But if I said
need a reason.
I'm a vegan now, you wouldn't ask me for a reason.
Sure, I would.
Okay, maybe you would.
I would be like, okay, why?
Maybe.
If it's an animal thing, great. Whatever. I'd be happy with whatever the answer is, but I would want to know.
I just love this concept, and I feel like people change everything about themselves and reinvent themselves all the time. And I've never heard anybody be like, you know what I'm not pleased with is my birth date, and I'm going to change it. And I wonder if that's a thing.
I mean, unless it's like, I don't know, June
I know.
6th, 2006 or 1966, maybe. But I don't
I'll tell you
know.
No.
this.
There's a lot of people who have birthdays like on holidays and they don't like it.
You know who hates their birthday unanimously? All the 9/11 people.
Oh yeah, they do.
That's true.
That is a shitty. I mean, I bet you everybody born on September 11th would love to fucking move their birthday off that date.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I bet they probably celebrate on a different
Suddenly,
day.
the crazy guy's starting to make some great points, isn't he?
No, your birthday is the day you were born, but if you celebrate, let's say your birthday's 9/11, I bet people celebrate on the 12th or the 10th.
I think they celebrate on 9/11.
All right, I don't have to tell you that.
You know what's rough? I bet if you were pregnant and your due date was like your due date on 9/9, I bet you everybody's like, oh fuck,
Yeah, inducing right now.
sweat it out.
Fuck.
No, you schedule that labor.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah,
Go
dude,
in.
it is 9:13. You know what? Let's do a C-section the week before. Let's just fucking.
Yeah. Let's just stop that right.
Let's not have
right in
any
its tracks.
mistakes here.
Yep.
That's it.
Let's not have any
Jackie's
errors.
father's birthday is 9/11.
It's a miserable day to have a birthday.
It's not great.
Yeah,
No.
I think I'm making good points. Can we skip the VR and death headset story?
If you like.
I was
Fuck it.
fascinated with that. Some guy invented VR headset, and then he's like, "I made one that'll actually kill you. So if you're playing a game, it'll murder you in real life." He's like, "But I
Yeah.
haven't perfected it yet."
He has it as like a prop. Like it
Yeah,
works, he
come on.
said, but it's not out there. He has it and it's like hanging on his wall.
The
or something.
greatest line was, he goes, "We haven't perfected it. It could malfunction and kill you, not at the right time. That's why we haven't finished it." And I'm like,
Oh, that's why. Who the hell would play that game?
"Fuck is wrong with this guy?"
No good.
Anyway, let's do the celebrity, and then we'll do Jsabs story, and then we're out of here. I'm not gonna make you guess. There's no way you're ever gonna get it. Do you know who Max Casala is?
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Max Casala.
He was Doogie Howser's friend,
Yeah. Okay. Vinny
and
Del
later
Pino.
starred on The
He
Sopranos.
was in The Sopranos. He was. I actually saw him on Broadway in The Lion King. He was Timon for a little while.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He was 27 years old when he finally went through puberty. In an interview with Page Six, he said he has a pituitary dwarfism and a growth hormone deficiency, and he had to take fucking growth hormones and testosterone before he could go through puberty. He was 25 before he had even shaved for the first time.
Oh.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. I never heard of that. I'm sure there's all kinds of different, conditions out there. That's one of them. I never heard of it. I'm surprised. Hey, good for him. He was able to. He's talking about it. He should
That's
do
a-
more stuff.
That's the weird thing, though. Like even on The Sopranos, he looked super young.
He's
Mm.
always looked the same from
Yeah.
from when he was in Doogie Howser to now.
Like, this fucking pituitary thing is going to come in handy when he's fucking 65. He's going to be out there rocking a 45-year-old face,
Don't
Yeah,
worry
exactly.
about it.
having a great fucking time with it. All right, Jsabs, you have a story. Ticket update or story first? What are we doing?
Ticket update.
Go ahead.
Well, okay.
Can I
There's
just
not-
say, I think
Go
it's fake, and you found out it's fake. That's what I think the update is. Okay.
It's not fake yet,
Oh,
but
boy.
here's the thing. Like you mentioned on the show the other night, there is a ransom thing for Suffolk County. A
Right.
hacker. Right? What am I trying?
Ransomware.
Ransomware.
Oh,
there you
okay.
Yeah.
go. For Suffolk County websites and the traffic ticket violation thing is a part of it.
God. So that's why you got a written ticket.
No.
Oh.
Actually, that might be the reason why. Because he said my computer is down. That could be a reason why. But even when I go, what I was trying to say is, even when I go online to check my ticket, it does not show up at all. There is no record of me having a ticket online anywhere. So I even asked our cop friend, and he's like, I don't have access, but check the DMV website. So I did. I put in, all you need is a license plate. Put that in. No ticket has been recorded.
Oh.
So and then I even was like, I tried to call him. I was on hold 48 minutes. No one picked up. Finally, there's a part in the website where you can like submit a question, but you have to upload your driver's license as well. It's very shady.
Don't do that.
I already did. Oh well.
Oh, Janine.
Good Lord.
You submitted your driver's license with a "do I have to pay this ticket" question?
Yeah, it was like do you have any questions on your ticket? You have to like, I guess maybe because they get a lot of spam. So I've submitted my question, still have not gotten an answer back.
Oh,
I guess I'm gonna have to go to. My mother's like, he didn't put it in, Janine. He did not put the ticket in. Okay.
That's what she said.
Right.
He didn't put it in.
I got to tell you, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't fucking go. I would not go.
Because
On your
usually,
date.
if you don't, I don't know. I think I'm not sure what happens. What happens if you miss the? If you don't pay by the certain date, do you get a letter? Does the ticket go up in price?
Go ahead, Janine.
So on the ticket, it says if you plead guilty, pay the ticket online here. I did. I go there. You can't. Ticket not found. If you want to plead not guilty, you could do it online as well. Not found. Or you can submit, and I didn't see this because it's in very small writing. You can submit the ticket with a non-guilty claim
Plea.
within 48 hours. And I'm like, huh? So that's why I'm waiting for an answer back. But if not, then I have to go next Friday. Is it this coming Friday? No, I'll have to go this coming Friday to court. I'm scared, though, that if I miss the court, then my license gets suspended. And I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen either. But I got to tell you something. I have a sneaking suspicion that they're just like, there's no way all of these cops are gonna fucking turn in all of these tickets and everything is going to be in perfect order, and they're gonna catch up on 6 months. Right now, it's just 6 or 7 months, whatever it is. It could be a year and a half before they fucking figure this out. You mean to tell me they're going to keep track of all of those fucking tickets? There's just no way.
How legit is this ticket? What does it look like? Does it look like a real ticket?
It does look like a real ticket.
No,
Everything about it seems shady because I feel like, not to scare anybody, but I feel like this was a guy who had a ticket book somehow, bought a light, a flashing light, put it on his car.
Tell me more.
Pulled you over.
Easy.
Pulled you over.
Stop talking so low, Frank.
Yeah. Was maybe planning to do something wrong, do something bad. Maybe saw you had kids in the car and second thought himself and left.
I'll tell you what he did. He saw my baby up in this bitch sticker with my Harley Quinn makeup and was like, got him.
I was on Frank's side, but I am now on the side of this makes more sense. I thought it was originally a bad person. Now I think this makes more sense.
What?
That his computer was down, nothing is working. That's why the ticket hasn't been logged in. And there's no fucking way they're just going to keep track of there's no fucking way. And you know what I would say too? If you got in trouble, I would be like, listen, I'm a fucking female in a car by myself with my 2 children. This stranger comes up to me and hands me this 1985 fucking piece of paper. I go to log it in and double check it to see if it's there, and it's not there. And you expect me to fucking just follow through with this? Like I'm like, no.
Well, yeah, that might hold up here, but in court, they're going to be like, it's still an official piece of paper. You got to do it.
Right.
I think you said you called them and nobody answered you.
You need an insider. We need somebody in the Suffolk County Police Department to give us the inside track.
Well,
what about our cop friend's brother?
He's not police.
That's nice.
Oh, him. Yeah, that's right. Oh,
and it's not police. It's what's we call it?
State
patrol,
state
troopers.
But Raven said, ticket not found, forget about it. But literally go in and ask a real person at a computer who could tell you. The problem is with that. Raven. Long Island's a big place. I'm scared if I go there, how many people are going to be waiting there looking for the same exact thing as me? I mean, I should do it so I don't get my license taken away, but
I mean, presumably when this guy gave you a ticket, there's 2 pieces, like a carbon copy, and that's how they log it away. So you'd think there would be a record of it somehow.
But that's what I'm saying. Have you seen the people that work for the government and then Suffolk County? Like, give me a fucking break. Like, there's no fucking way that ticket's making it.
That's how they did it before computers.
Those are different people. We're a lot softer now. I'm telling you, I think you can get away with this. I mean, and here's the thing too: they're not going to take your license away over one ticket.
For a speeding ticket, I don't know.
I mean, there are people much
Here-
worse.
here's
You
what
have
I
to
would-
have points against you, stuff like that.
Here's what I
I'll
would
take
honestly
it.
do.
Yeah.
I would either go there that day or take Raven's advice, go maybe earlier to scout it out and see what happens. But I would walk in there and say, I would just not show that ticket to anybody. I would go in there and ask as many questions as possible. Here's how you will be able to tell. Actually, you know what? There's a docket on. They have to display a docket every day. So if your name is not on there,
Oh, but
How
the
are they
day
gonna
of,
help?
you gotta look at it the day of, right?
that's the day of. Yeah, the
Yeah.
day when you go to court for a traffic ticket, your name will be on
Oh, really?
the wall. Yeah, they print out a sheet.
I'm such a good girl. I've never been to court before.
I'm
Well,
Sorry,
this
telling
is
you,
your
Your
first
Honor.
ticket, right? Isn't this your first ticket?
stop playing out your
Yes.
fantasies on the show. I'm telling you, if your name, that's the move. I would go there a couple days before and see if they're putting up names.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
How big of a trip is it? Where do you have to go? You have to go like miles and miles away, or it's? I think the court is. I'm not sure.
I don't know where the state thing is.
it's in Hauppauge, so it's
Hop
not
on?
that far.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
My problem is
Those fucking demons that live in my house.
that might work in my favor if I bring them in there. Like,
Bring a fucking
oh,
screaming kid. There's nothing
Yeah,
better
yeah.
than a
They
screaming
want to
kid.
get you out of there quick.
Yeah. Be like, get this crazy asshole out of here with the fucking kids.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? Bring the kids and the Harley Quinn makeup. Put it back on again.
and put the baby up on this bitch sticker just right on my back.
There you go.
See that?
There you go.
I think it would work.
So
All right,
we'll see.
what's this story? Share with us this story.
You know what, Anthony? I'm a little mad at you.
Me?
Yes.
Fuck did I do?
You gave me this tank top and now I have a stalker.
What's the that's what she said tank top?
Yes.
That doesn't. That's not a stalkery.
First of all, Frank gave you that, I think. Now that
I
I
didn't
think
give
about it.
anybody anything.
Okay.
I don't
Well-
give people shirts.
I wore it on Monday, and this woman came up to me in my class and was like, "Oh, I love that show, don't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's why I'm wearing the fucking tank top, lady." She's like, "It's such a great show. I watch it with my kids." Blah blah blah, and I was like, "Yeah, right." And then, small talk and whatever.
She watches us with her kids.
No,
No,
The
the office.
Office.
Oh, The Office. I thought you meant us.
I guess she didn't see the back yet. But then when I walked away, I saw her kind of looking like, what's this? Yesterday, she comes up to me again.
What'd she say?
You're the one who had the "That's What She Said" shirt on, right? Who's your favorite Office character?
She's looking to make a friend.
Somebody wants a buddy. If I were you, I'd be like this. Tell me what your husband does for a living. If it's a state trooper, where we could be best friends.
Yeah, that would work.
Before
Or
anything.
did you plug the show? Hey, no, at least you should check this show out. It's a
Yeah.
You could,
Right.
If you really want to stalk me, this is where you could see me 3 nights a week.
I always say this on the show that I am on 3 nights a week. You can listen on AnthonyOnAir.com. Check it out.
Well, first of all, like 1.5 mostly, but go ahead. You keep
Exactly,
making your
not
point.
3.
That's a good point.
Come on. So I was like, Dwight. She's like, oh yes, Dwight. I forgot who she said she loved the best, but then she went on and on and on.
Around your
And I
age
was-
or older or younger?
Older.
Older.
And I was like,
She hitting on you? Did she touch the material of the shirt?
no, she wasn't hitting on me, but you could tell like she wanted to talk, and it was like, oh, sorry, class is starting, so let's go, okay? Yeah, thanks. I'll talk to you later. Sure.
Did you go get some frappuccinos after?
No, I ran out of there as fast as I could.
All right.
Well, actually you can, because can you make a friend not on vacation? Because I was
Oh,
going to
yeah.
say anybody who tried to befriend me at this age, I would be very suspect of them.
Yeah, but
You
what is your deal?
So fuck's your problem?
Wow.
Your
You don't
friends
trust
should be
anyone,
set
huh?
already.
Look, you're on vacation.
Fake ticket.
What?
Fake
Fake
ticket.
fake friends.
Right.
No, but listen, you're on vacation. That's one thing. Everybody's on vacation. It's a shared experience. You're happy. It's probably nice weather. You're doing something. It's a thing. You got the kids, and you're all right. The kids have put you in this situation. Okay, fine. Whatever it is. But if you're just like at the gym or at the supermarket and somebody's like having a conversation about your shirt, I'd be like, get the fuck away from me.
Well, what if they're new
You're
in the
so
neighborhood?
weird. You're so mean.
They just moved to the neighborhood. They don't have any friends. They had to move for their job, and they're trying to make friends in the neighborhood. Is that an exception, or is that not good?
Is this a neighbor? Like, can I see their house?
I don't know. No, if a situation like Janine's, like you let's say this person just moved to New York.
I would
And
say
they
to
live
them,
out, you know.
this is what I would say. I'd say, welcome to the neighborhood. First thing you
Brian.
should realize is that you don't fucking talk to anybody like this. I'm not your fucking friend. Go right back to the people where you lived, where you came from.
That's
Wow, that's like
really,
welcome to the neighborhood. Go fuck yourself. Brian's
Go
like,
back
were you
where
both
you-
sweaty? Did she follow you to the bathroom? No. No.
Oh boy, jeez, Brian.
Don't apologize, Brian. You're not getting carried away. You're just trying to build a scenario in your head. It's no big deal.
He's like,
Bucket
hold
of
on, I'll be
water
right
time.
back.
I think it's a bucket of cold water time. There you
Right.
go. Good flop too has a good suggestion.
Imagine.
Some nachos for the whole class. Not nacho.
Well, let me ask you this: was she attractive?
No.
All right. See, trying to help you, Brian.
No. It's sorry. It's just I was like, oh God, like no, I'm trying to concentrate.
By the way, only a woman would answer that question. If I asked Frank, "Hey, was that guy that tried to befriend you attractive?" He would be like, "Leave me the fuck alone.
I would answer you. What are you talking
Don't
about?
talk to me."
Good looking fella, or an ugly piece of
No. But this is the difference between men and women. Like a woman will assess that, where a man will be like,
What?
"Never
don't
thought,
fucking
never
know."
occurred to me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, excuse me. Sorry. I was just like, wait, what? Like, can we just do the class? I don't want to talk about my favorite character. Like, no. And I have no problem talking. It's just like it was very like, oh, you're gonna make me think about it. This is a very tough question. Who's your favorite character on The Office? Like, you have to really think about that, right, Anthony?
It may changes on a monthly basis for
Thank
me.
you.
No, that's an easy one.
Thank you.
An easy
Michael-
one.
Yeah,
Who?
it's Steve Carell.
Nah, you don't watch The Office enough.
I've watched the first, I don't know, 5 seasons.
You're a fair weather Office fan.
That may be, but he was the funniest.
Mm.
That's what she said.
So
He's
you
hilarious.
think fake ticket and also fake friend? Okay.
No, I think fake ticket and really wants to be your friend, but when's your next class?
Monday.
We'll see. What
Isn't that a
happens.
shame though? Like she's just trying to be nice, and I'm like, fuck that person. You don't
Yeah,
even wanna
really.
get involved. I mean, it's sad, but it's the truth.
I think people outside of New York are friendlier, and that's why when someone comes to New York, you're like, who the fuck? Why are you talking to me?
Do you want to know the
It's a New
God's
York
honest
thing.
truth? In order for me to befriend somebody at this age, it would have to be the most organic process. And I would say it would take
Oh, I
3 to
hate that
5
term.
years.
I hate that term. Go ahead.
Like it would take 3 to 5 years of like, if I saw any sort of effort on their part, like I like your shirt, fuck off. I don't get away from me.
You
But
have
if-
to keep running into them over and
What
over
about
with
like
no
new
effort
friends
put
at
forward.
work?
Yeah, like it would have to be. I've never
guys, you're
befriended
horrible.
anybody.
Well,
I've
work-
ever
New
worked
friends
with.
at work?
Work's different. You're
Radio people are horrible people. They're horrific. You don't want to be
share-
friends with
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
It's the God's honest truth. I mean, literally
That's
the
not
worst. Like,
true.
okay, so Brian the Cannon Bannon at LNG when I worked there, I consider him a friend. That happened organically. You know, we were thrust into a situation and
Thrust.
yes, yeah. We were thrust into a situation. I was like, all right, that's that guy's he's a pal now.
So it happens. It's not.
It can happen, but again, that's just like being at a hotel on vacation or being stuck with kids at school
or
There's
being
a
at the same gym class. There's a that could work that way.
Mm,
How
that's
about
very-
that workout tonight? I prefer this class with this one and this teacher,
very
and he plays this
voluntary.
music. And blah, 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 blah. You
Yeah.
can talk about that kind of stuff.
yeah.
Or she could be, she could be psycho and and take you out. Who knows?
Christine, Aunt, you talk like you're 80 at this age. Listen, we are at this
grumpy
age.
old bastard you are. You're very cynical.
Yeah. I consider all the AOA holes more my friend than anything else, than some fucking stranger that would roll up to me on the. But I think this is a New York thing. We just were bred to not fucking trust strangers.
I was gonna say you don't trust anyone.
Well,
No.
for all we know, this person is watching this show right now or listening to this show right now because they know about it because of your shirt.
Fuck, she saw the back of my shirt. Oh,
She could be listening right now.
she's a
We
great,
have no idea.
great dancer though.
So,
She's
and
a
who
great
knows?
dancer.
Down the line, you guys may become friends, and then she's going to go back to this episode and say I can't believe she said all this stuff about me. She thinks I'm nuts. And it's going to see, so you just created an awkward thing for the future.
Thanks, Frank.
Just giving you the heads up so you could plan accordingly.
Well, damn.
So
tired.
what if you guys end up being, besties?
Mm.
And now this episode
can't
comes
see
out. And
I can't see that. Plus, I already made other friends in the class, so.
Oh my God. Did you really?
Oh yeah, like you see, like the same people do the same classes, so you start talking
Okay.
to them.
so is this the first time you've seen her or you've seen her before
No.
she started talking to you?
I've seen her before, I think.
All right. So this was maybe it was just very innocent with the shirt. She just wanted to point out the shirt and talk a little office.
Why don't
Maybe
you-
her friends don't like the office, and she's hard up for some office conversation.
Maybe.
I know what that's like when I run into somebody that likes Dave Matthews. I don't let
you
them go.
latch on, man. Right?
You're like, hey, come here for a minute. Yeah, sit down. We'll have some nachos.
You got something in common. You're like, holy shit, hey, get over here. Yeah, not just for the Dave Matthews group. Yeah.
Come sit here for a second. Come here.
Like nobody will talk to me about Dave.
It could, yeah. I think it could be that innocent. She's just like, hey, an Office fan. I don't talk to a lot of people that like The Office. So boom,
Right.
There's something. Could be
Right.
very innocent like that.
No.
No,
I
it's
think
not.
I think she could chop up your body. They're leaving it in a dumpster somewhere.
You can't count that out. That's a possibility.
Jeffrey Dahmer was awfully friendly in them clubs. That's all
Right.
I'm saying.
That's true.
If she asks you to take some pictures, then
Hightail it.
have some
Just don't-
brewskis.
Yeah, keep meeting in public if you're gonna meet.
Right.
This is surprising though, Frank, coming from Janine, because she is Miss Make Friends with Everybody.
I am.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
And you
So what's so
you-
different here?
You seemed a little like taken aback. Is it just because she?
Yes, I think I was caught off guard about her asking me.
Is
who's
it
my
that you usually initiate the friendship? Like if you're on vacation, you're the one who goes up to other couples, or is it doesn't matter?
like he says, and I hate this term, I really do, but it does like almost
Happen
always just happen organically.
Why don't you like the word organic?
I just hate it. I don't know why. I just hate it.
That's weird.
It's
It's a
fucking.
weird
it's
word
a
to
woke.
hate.
It's a woke statement.
No, I
It
don't.
is.
No, I don't think so.
It is.
No, organic food is a woke
Oh
thing.
no.
For the word develop organically, that's not woke.
That means naturally.
Naturally, yeah, it
Um,
happens naturally.
No, it they have happened all, if not all, almost all, or organically.
This
Do you want to say
maybe.
naturally? Do you want to switch to
Yeah, naturally. There you go.
Okay.
So this, what's the difference between that and someone saying, "Hey, I like that shirt"? Is that not
I think-
organic?
Yeah, it is organic, but I think Paige is right. Is because she talked too much. She did talk a lot.
Oh, she came on a little strong. Okay.
Yeah. Paul, I don't it's not that I don't like the word organic. I hate using it as the term. Like, I feel like that's only like in the last couple of Brian.
What about ergonomic?
How about
Yes.
orgasmically?
Organic.
That's a different word. I like that word.
So
it's
what's wrong
like-
with new words? New words are fun.
No, Raven agrees. Now they ruined a lot of isn't the now, it's a label. It is.
What's wrong with organic food?
No, nothing wrong with organic food. The food part I have no problem with. It's saying organically. I don't know why.
Okay.
I just don't. I have a weird thing with words.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that. All right. I mean, you would hate to have a moist organic fruit.
What about moist organic panties?
Ugh.
Oh God.
Ugh.
Wait, I lost my earpiece. I can't hear anything you guys are saying.
Good. Say whatever you want about him right now. What a jerk this guy Anthony is. Piece of
2.5 inches. Huh?
I heard 2.5 inches.
crap. But
But
I
My
don't know, maybe-
2.5 inch penis fits nice into my organic wet panties. Moist
Ugh.
panties.
Oh, God. That made me cringe. That was awful. And I don't care, those words don't bother me, but that was awful.
They bother you coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Don't
What's
play
gonna
that
happen?
crazy VR game. That's all.
What's gonna happen when you run into this person again?
Definitely not
isn't
wearing
that-
that shirt ever again. Go ahead.
Isn't that the thing though? Like, isn't like you go to the class, you go to the basically the same class all the time. You like run into her again.
Yep.
You're gonna see her again probably. So do you strike up a convo or do you ignore her completely?
Hang on. Don't answer that. I have a better question. What's worse?
Oh.
She comes up to you and is super friendly and aggressive again, or she ignores you and even gives you like a dirty look because she looked up the back of the shirt and heard you talk about how ugly she is. What's a worse scenario?
I didn't say how ugly she is.
You said she was disgustingly ugly, I think
No.
was the word. I have to go back.
Well, all I'm gonna say is I am a fan of this woman. I am on her side completely, 100%. And I hope she becomes lifelong friends with you.
I would get offended if she gave me a dirty look. Yeah.
That would be worse?
Yeah.
What if she actually said to you, I heard you talking shit on your little fucking show there? What is,
I'd be like, first of all, it's not a little fucking show.
Thank you.
okay?
That's the right answer. Correct.
It's not what I
Winner.
And that's Anthony on air, guys. Have a great night.
That is
Boom.
it. That's how you end it right there.
Drop that mic. Don't drop the mic. It's expensive.
All right.
I'm gonna get you jump start, people.
Jump
Holidays
start.
coming up.
Excellent point,
I'm
Frank.
sorry, I didn't want to talk over you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Holidays are coming. You do the thing. I'm
Yeah,
tired.
you get a nice couple of these bags together, and you put a little bow around it, and it comes with the idea of knowing that you helped the Navy SEAL Foundation. It's a beautiful gift that gives. It just keeps giving. It gives to, you get a nice thing of coffee. You're helping charity. You're helping out the podcast. It's a beautiful thing.
It energizes you enough to go and get into a fucking class, a little stretch class like Janine's in.
It's
See
not
that?
stretch, bitch. It's dance.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
All right, bitch.
I'm sorry, pussy. No.
That would be
I-
interesting if the three of us took a class
No way.
together.
No, we
no.
would
All right, never mind.
To the end of this podcast. I'd have a
Anthony's
fucking
less
party.
than 5 minutes, just like his sex.
And that's
Sing.
it. That's the last. Janine got the last word. Thanks, everybody.
Show me potato salad.
And your tits.
Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.